When I first started out, again, there wasn't a lot of Chinese physios. I still don't meet a lot of Chinese physios. I think it's about making sure that, we encourage within the Asian community to be involved in football.
There's huge challenges for Asians in football. You can't be what you can't see. And if there isn't anyone there that you can see who's like you, who comes from your background, who's come from your area or your community, it's really hard to aspire or see yourself in that position.
Physio was always something I wanted to do. I remember doing, sort of year 10 work experience with a really well-known Australian physiotherapist named Michael Vadavalu, who's also from an Asian background. And so, I went along with him. Dad knew him through work because Dad was also working in Aussie rules football, along with my uncle back in Australia. And so went along on this work experience journey. It was something that women didn't do. Women didn't work in Aussie rules football. But I obviously made a bit of an impression. And sure enough, once I got into physiotherapy, I got some part-time work as what's called a sports trainer over there and learnt sort of as I went along. And I guess to a degree was one of the first women to sort of break through that sort of barrier of being a sports trainer, but then sort of almost becoming a physiotherapist.
I think ever since I wanted to do medicine, I wanted to work in football medicine. So it was a dream when I was probably 15, 16-year-old boy. I've always wanted to, always loved football, always played football. I was never going to make it as a footballer. So the ability to try and combine it with another career, and in my case, medicine, was really exciting. There's huge challenges for Asians in football. When you're younger, you didn't see many Asians when you're going to watch football. You can't be what you can't see. And if there isn't anyone there that you can see who's like you, who comes from your background, who's come from your area or your community, it's really hard to aspire or see yourself in that position. And so I think there is challenges, and we can look around across the board, both at the Football Association and wider football, that it probably isn't representative enough of society, and particularly of Asians in society. And I think access is an area that really needs to improve.
When I first started out, again, there wasn't a lot of Chinese physios. I still don't meet a lot of Chinese physios. I think it's about making sure that, we encourage within the Asian community to be involved in football. Sport is in general, it's not just football, is not necessarily something that's encouraged. Academic studies are, but you can combine the two. I've managed to do it. We're aware that a lot of, player loss across the age groups happens because a girl will suffer an injury and she may not be as well supported. She may not understand how to come back from that. So it's really key that we promote, sort of availability and resilience in players so that they know that they can come back from injury. I'd like to think we're one big family at the Lionesses and we all chip in.